what are we doing today, Khalid?
Hydrostatic test.
Hydrostatic testing. This is the pressure test pump. And you are filling it with water. So this is the pressure test pump. You fill it with water and you have two valves, valve 1 and valve 2, and you have pressure gauge which gives you reading in psi and bar, and this is the set needle for you to know up to which pressure you want to test. This is for reference. Comes with quick coupling so that you can attach to the vessel, valve, heat exchanger or pipe, anything which you want to test. So you have to follow the procedure, valve 1 and valve 2. What's the procedure? See here for testing. V1 open, V2 close. It's written on the test pump. So V1, V2 open and close, and then you have to pump, and then you have to raise to the pressure as per the recommended class. For each class there is recommended pressure. So you put water inside this one and connect the hydro test pump to the test rig. This is in-house built test rig. Now we connected the gate valve. Okay, once you connect the quick coupling, then you increase the pressure. The pressure as per the recommended class and the size of the valve and the material, cast iron, stainless steel or carbon. There is different pressure limits. For this one 6-inch 150 class cast iron will have a different limit. Okay, now first once you install the valve into the testing rig for the hydrostatic testing, you have to tighten the bolts in the crossway. There is a proper procedure for bolt torquing or tightening. Okay, once you if you don't tighten it properly, what will happen? Once you increase the pressure, you will see the water leaking from the bolts. Even though if you have gasket properly seated, if the bolts are not properly tightened to the torque, recommended torque, you will see the leak. So you need to tighten the bolts. So you need to find which bolt it's leaking. It's here. It's there. You need to fix yours. Okay. The gentleman fixed the issue and there is no leak. But still a small drop just fell. Just a small drop just fell down. We will wait for 3 to 5 minutes to make sure there is no leak. So there is no leak and the gasket is properly seated and the bolts are properly torqued, and we adjust it to the recommended pressure. On both sides the same pressure is there. Let's see if that drop comes back. Okay, it's almost like no leak. So perfectly tightened and torqued. Okay, and there is no leak. So there we have 3 tests. One is partial disc, so partially open, and you will increase the pressure through the pressure test pump, and then you will wait 3 to 5 minutes so that make sure that your flanges are properly sealed. Now we will go for the other test, which is fully open test. So that is also called a fully open, or it is body test, full body test. Okay, so what we will do, open the valve and then the pressure will decrease. So you have to again go to the test pump and increase the pressure. Okay, I will tell you. Now we fixed our leaks. Now there is no leak. And then now increase the pressure to the recommended value of test pressure. We open the valve fully. Okay. Another way of knowing gate valve is open by the stem. It will come out of the handle. Increase the pressure. Okay, wait. Finished. Increased. Okay, now we will wait for 3 to 5 minutes so that there is no leak. We finished a partial open test. Then we finished fully open test and there was no leak. And we waited for the time, recommended time, and there is no changes in the pressure in both sides. The pressure depends upon the class of the valve, as once again I will repeat. And in hydro test it is 1.5 times you will increase the pressure and test it, the valve. For example, if the valve is having pressure, maximum pressure 300 psi, you will increase it 1.5 times and you will test it in hydro test. So now we finished 2 tests. Now is disc test, right? This now disc test. We will do the disc test. So you will close the valve, drain the half side, and then now the valve is fully closed. Once you get valve fully closed, you can open the release the pressure from here. The water will go away and it will become 0, and it should remain 0 during the whole test because we are testing the disc now. Disc is seated on the we stop for the refilling of the test pump. Refill the test pump, then we'll continue again to build up the pressure. And why do we need hydrostatic testing? Usually in shutdowns or repairs, once you fix the valve, do shutdown or repair the fixed valve, before replacing it back or before fixing it back, you will do the hydro test to make sure that valve is repaired or fitted correctly or assembled correctly. Okay, once you build up the pressure to the recommended value, your disc is open, disc is completely seated on the seat, so the valve will prevent the water going out from the away from the disc. That means the valve is half of the valve is filled with water, other half is empty, and we should drain it from here. We keep it open so that it drains, and you see the pressure here, it should be 0, and it must be 0 if the disc is completely seated on its seats. Okay, and there should be no change in the pressure, and this pressure should remain 0, and there is no leak. We'll wait for the recommended time, whatever recommended time given in the standard SOP. We'll follow that and we'll wait, and there is no leak. Hence your repair or work is tested like this. It's called hydrostatic testing. So we finished the test, so we need to drain the water. A quick tip will come out, all the build-up pressure will release once you open the water. This is how you hydro test. So after every repair and maintenance, you need to test your valve before to replace it. And after that, we'll do the housekeeping. The remaining water we need to throw it for the trees. Give it to the trees, please. Ajr, yeah. Give it to the trees. This is in-house testing rig for the valves, especially for gate valves. So now you will remove the valve, and then that's it.